Well. I see you stumbled upon today's episode, and it seems like some of you may be reoccurring, huh? Seems like we have some people with addictions, no? I'm not saying that's bad. Keep coming back, keep that addiction going if it gets your blood flowing, but you want to know what is bad? People faking liking certain things. Now that's outright criminal, and that's what I want to talk about in today's episode. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back. If you have, I'm glad to see that you're addicted, you just can't get enough. And if you're brand new, well, welcome. Welcome to a laid back, chill, kind of hang out with your boy, me, and Arlo. We no longer have his butt. He's actually currently in the episode. I don't know what I did with the camera to show it if you're watching it. But I kind of, before we get into the topic of today, clearly, I wanted to just touch on a few things. 75 Hard. It's been going on as this video's out, or this episode's out, 2 weeks it's been going. It's hard. I would say eating right and the fitness aspect of this challenge is probably the easiest part of this. Reading was easy and now it's kind of hard again. I haven't played guitar once. I can't get sleep for the life of me. I just somehow am terrible with time and I can never get to bed on time to get sleep. I'm getting like 6.5 hours of sleep when my goal is 8. So luckily it's a 75 days of the challenge. So 2 weeks in, that's not even that bad. I still got about 60 to go. So we'll see. We'll see if I can, get it going. But yes, and then running. Last week, for those of you who were there, I mentioned how I hit my fastest 5K ever, which was a 29:09. I blew that out of the freaking water on Saturday. It was a long run. I was feeling it. I was letting the run take me wherever it was taking me, floating on clouds, riding with the wind, whatever. Ran for 6 miles without even taking a break once, longest I've ever ran. And then I made a new 5K record, which was 27 or something like that. I was in the low 26 minute, which is crazy that I almost beat it by 3 minutes. But what's also crazy is that 5K record was on the 3 miles going back. So it wasn't even the first 3, it was the second 3, and I was somehow faster that second 3. It was like 10:30, 9:50, 9:30, and then it was like 9:15, 9, and then I was running like an 8:40, and I was like, what is happening? So my average pace ended up being like a 9:15, 9:20, something like that. But I was flying, I was cruising, so I'm killing it on the running front. So I'm getting really good at that. I hope anyone who watched last episode, because I was talking about running, has started running. Gavin, who's been on this episode, who will make a guest appearance sometime in the future, he's going to start running as well. We're going to start running together, so that's awesome. But yeah, I think that's really all I have to update on. So I kind of want to get into this episode by stating I'm not hating on people if you really do like these things, right? I'm just saying we know when you're lying, so stop lying to us, okay? Because we've all at one point or another in our life have lied and faked about liking something, and then in reality we're kind of like, that really is stupid. So I kind of wanted to talk about that just because it literally makes no sense. Why? Who are you trying to impress by liking this fake crap anyways? And the first thing that came to my mind when thinking about, you're a freaking loser for lying about this, is black coffee. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think people who say they like black coffee, in my opinion, 99 times out of 100 or 9 times out of 10 or whatever it is, are freaking liars. You're not impressing anybody. I don't know who you think would think you look cool for drinking black coffee, but you're a psychopath. It tastes disgusting. You have to have absolutely no taste buds. I'm not saying I like my coffee sweet, but having it black and bitter is vile. So there's no way anybody genuinely drinks black coffee on a daily basis and loves it. And the few of you that genuinely do, like that is you, good for you. But the rest of you who are lying, and we know you're lying, stop lying to yourself, because we already know you're a freaking liar, and it's embarrassing that you continue to hold on that lie. Just quit it. Just quit it. Okay? Another one in the drink realm, right, is tea. I don't, unless it's part of your culture, I'm going to speak as an American. Chai tea, maybe. Black tea, kind of, because it's like you can have black tea, you can have sweetened black tea like in the South. But like, who the frick is drinking herbal tea? Green tea by itself with no added anything. I like to sip on tea while I'm doing this. Nobody, no. It's the same thing as black coffee. It tastes like crap. It just is so bad. And the people who in my life have said they like to drink tea, I swear I've only seen them drink tea once and they never drink tea. And they say that, oh, wait, I got all these tea bags and all this stuff, but I don't really make it. Well, then you don't like tea. You're just saying that because you want to be quirky or you want to be special. Like, I'm owning up. I don't like tea at all, unless it's like an Arnold Palmer. Oh my gosh, it's like I could see a hair in like my peripheral, but it's just like a phantom hair. Yeah, I like an Arnold Palmer, not alcoholic, because I hate alcohol. I just don't like the way any of it tastes. But I love like the lemonade unsweetened tea mix. Tastes really good. Or like sweet tea, that's pretty good. But if you're like, oh, it's a cold day, I'm gonna brew some, lavender jasmine tea or some crap like that. It's just disgusting water. So I hope nobody takes offense, but if you do take offense, I hope it makes you check yourself a little bit. It makes you realize, do I actually like tea? Do I actually like black coffee? Because am I actually a loser, or am I just lying? I don't know. I think also clubbing every weekend, that's kind of a 50-50, but I really don't see how someone could enjoy that, because you're just wasting money, getting drunk, claiming you're having a good time, but then you probably wake up the next day miserable, and you keep doing that and keep doing that. And then when you get out of that stage, you look back and you're like, what am I, like, why did I waste like 3 years or whatever doing that? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I tried to find the list, because I only came up with a few things that I personally think is like, yeah, come on now. Come on. Oh, another one. Another two, actually. And this is going to be hitting hard, because I know people who genuinely like it. And I can't bring myself to come to terms with that could be a possibility that they really do like it. Number one, dark chocolate. Disgusting. I'm not a chocolate person, but dark chocolate's not good at all. So for you that like dark chocolate, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to everybody. You probably think, yeah, there could be some health benefits. I don't even know, but dark chocolate's vile. Second, and this is probably even worse than dark chocolate, black licorice, you psychotic maniac. No way you like the disgusting, like, it's so bad. Anything that relatively tastes like black licorice makes me just want to gag. It's disgusting. There's no way anybody could sit there enjoying a bag of black licorice and genuinely be like, oh, my life's going great. Like, I'm very happy. The kids are blah, blah. No, if you're eating black licorice, something's going wrong. Terribly wrong with your freaking life. So that I will say with chest, because black licorice is vile. I'm going to be honest. Well, the older you get, I mean, where I am, I think being busy, like always doing something, don't lie to yourself. I know when you get invited to do something, or you invite somebody and then they cancel, you're kind of like, thank you for canceling, because I did not want to do that anymore. You come to terms with it the day of that you don't want to do anything anymore. And I think when people are like, I like to go out, I always like to do things. I like to do things, but I like to do things in the comfort of my own home. I don't necessarily always like to go out and always like to be doing that stuff, because to be completely honest, sometimes, no offense to my friends, sometimes when we plan to do something and they reach out, oh, something came up, I'm kind of like, thank you for canceling, because I honestly just wanted to stay in. And I think that's probably one of the most relatable things for people in their mid-20s, is you really do enjoy that alone time. It's nuts for people who like to constantly do stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to find things that will get your blood boiling. I want to find like the most controversial crap, because I might agree with it, I might not, but let's see. Sparkling water. It really, I don't know, it makes water taste terrible, in my opinion, so you're a liar if you like sparkling water. You know what? Anytime I read anything about this, I'm just going to double down and agree with it regardless, because, you know, I'm feeling a little spicy today. I'm feeling a little spicy. So, sparkling water, vile. If you want anything that's carbonated, just get like a sugar-free soda or some crap like that. Or just drink plain water. There's no need to have sparkling water and then just basically ruin everything. I don't know. So, hate me if you want. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't get the point of brunch. This might not be like, I think people are lying if they say they like brunch, but I think brunch is so dumb. You're just eating expensive breakfast close to noon. Are you an idiot? I'm pretty sure you can go to Chick-fil-A or wherever you want and get breakfast up until like 10 o'clock or something like that when brunch is, and you just eat normal breakfast for a normal price. I think people who, I like to go to brunch. I mean, good on you for capitalizing brunch, like Sunday's Best out here in Utah. Good for you for capitalizing that crap. But I think it's just so dumb. You're buying overpriced crap because it's called brunch. Idiots. Idiots. I don't know. Just when you think about what you like, think about if you genuinely like it or if you're just saying you like it. Because I've had some moments where I've listened to a song once, thought it sounded good, but then the more you listen to it, the more you're like, this song low-key is kind of trash. Or like shows you watched a while ago you say you like, or movies. Like there's some movies that I get it, their time, like in their prime, was just they were a good movie, cult classic, whatever. But people who say they like them now when they're actually not that good of a movie and they're kind of boring to watch, like I don't know. I don't get why people like to brag about, I like watching this French black and white film that has no audio and it just plays like the music and stuff because it's telling a story. It touches my soul. Like, who's genuinely actually impressed and or cares that you like that? You can keep that to yourself. I'm not saying that you can't like it, but bragging about things that you know nobody else likes, you're seeking attention. And I'm guilty of doing that in my life. I'm totally guilty of saying I like certain things that most people don't like, or because I mean the music I grew up with was a lot of like 70s and 80s, so I listened to a lot, especially back like 60s music as well. I listened to that a lot, so the kids my age were listening to things of like the 2010s, early 2000s, while I'm listening to things 30, 40, 50 years like before. And I don't know. I just thought it made me so cool being like, oh, you don't know who Queen is, or you don't listen to Poison, or you don't, Daryl Hall and John Oates, or back in the 60s, you've never heard the song Under the Boardwalk? I always thought that just made me so cool, but in reality, nobody cares because nobody listens to that music, and nobody's going to go back home and search up what I just said because nobody cares. So, yeah. Okay, luxury brands. This one I'm 10 toes down agreeing with. No single person likes luxury brands. Why? Because it's a psychological thing. You're buying it for the brand, not for the product. So when you're buying like Coach, you're not like, oh, I love Coach shirts and the way they feel, or Coach bags and the quality. You're buying it for the brand. Nobody genuinely likes that product and the quality and everything. I've never heard anybody talk about, I got a Balenciaga t-shirt and it's the most comfortable fucking t-shirt ever, dude. No! They're wearing Balenciaga because they think it makes them cool. Which, I mean, in some ways, you could look pretty dope. But I think name brand stuff like that is a joke, because for broke people like me, okay, don't hate if you have money, North Face versus Columbia, I get it. If I could afford North Face, I would, because of it's a lot of things associated with the name. You could tell its quality, but I can get almost the exact same stuff for Columbia for cheaper. So, but I feel like that's also not the best example, because yes, luxury brands may be decent to good quality, but you're mainly paying for the name. You're not really paying for the product. Because if you knew how much the product is, let's look this up, okay? Price difference between what it costs to make, let's do Rolex, to the sell price. See, a Rolex retails for approximately $8,000 to $10,000, but they typically cost roughly $500 to $1,000 to manufacture. That's a 10 to 20 times markup. You really are just buying it for the brand. So, I've never been a watch guy. I don't understand the fancy watches. I got a Garmin, $200, tracks everything I need, steps, time, date, my run, whatever, my heart rate, doesn't matter. But yeah, just you're paying astronomical prices for something that's like, dude, you kidding me? So just think about that next time. Yeah, think about the fact that, give me 1 second, I didn't actually start a timer, so I don't know. We got 18 minutes total of a 30-minute thing. All right, let me get this up. Just think about it next time. Maybe you could find high quality products that are way cheaper but similar to like Rolex. You could still have luxury watches, but like at a fraction of the price. So let me, shoot. We'll just do 10 minutes. Sorry. For some reason I can't figure it out. This camera only records in 30-minute increments, and I know all cameras do, but I need to figure out how to record it continuously so I don't have this issue. But yeah, stop buying brand names. Let's see. Expensive coffee shops. Let's do that into more niche, like kind of unique local coffee shops. You don't care. You're again buying it for the brand. You're buying it because this is cool or that is that. It's coffee. If you really didn't care and you liked coffee for coffee, you'd make coffee at home. Nobody cares that you like Starbucks. And I guarantee you that your bank account doesn't think you genuinely like Starbucks. Just feeling cool walking around with a Starbucks cup in your hand. Oh my gosh. Everybody can look at me and be like, she's got money. She probably spends $7 million on Starbucks a day. What an idiot. Coffee is one of those things I can't get behind people getting. Like, I'm all right with coffee. I have a Keurig. I'll just make coffee and add like milk to it. But I think people paying like $13 for a cup that's like this big, and most of it's ice if they get iced coffee, but like you really are just paying for the name. And it makes it just so rough, because that's a lot of what now is you're just paying for the freaking names. Let's see. I have a hard time believing people enjoy music festivals, like staying out there the entire weekend. Just because everybody on social media is doing it doesn't mean you need to do it. I will never find myself going to a music festival, ever. Because there's not, unless you have like the most epic lineup of artists I genuinely like listening to, I will never show up to one. The prices are astronomical. The fact that there's so many people there is just absurd. I think it's just total jokes. So if you really think being at a music festival for like 3 days, spending like $1,500 just to sit like miles back from an artist, being surrounded by a bunch of disgusting, sweaty, smelly people who are on drugs, is fun. Maybe you should go to therapy. Let's see. Gosh, some of this stuff, I don't know, the trend of like the entrepreneurship, and I got my 4 a.m. routine, and I start the day by taking an ice bath, and then going on a run, and then going to the gym, and then coming back, and then making food, and then doing this, and then doing that, and going to my meetings. I'm like, that honestly sounds miserable, to have that much stuff to be doing in your entire day. There's no way you actually enjoy that unless you're genuinely finding success in it. You got to find some joy in life, man. I don't know. It seems like people just try to form their identity around certain things of trying to be unique. I mean, it is hard, because if you do something that you like, for instance, if I want to make reaction videos, a lot of people do that, so a lot of people say I'm copying them. However, I do genuinely like reacting to stuff, right? And I'd like to react with friends. So it's one of those things of, it's hard to want to do something that a lot of people are doing because you get criticized for it. So you almost want to kind of become unique, but then the crap you're trying to become unique for, nobody actually cares. I take it as, if somebody's willing to take time and effort out of their day to say something negative to you, it clearly means whatever you're doing has an impact. Because if people, if what you're doing, let's say, for instance, like this podcast, right? If I'm recording this podcast and I didn't get at least some people not agreeing or saying things like in some of my shorts or whatever, then obviously there's no impact that the videos or the topics or whatever I'm making have, right? But if someone's saying something negative, it clearly means it impacted them in a way that they took time out of their day to comment on it. Because nothing is worth your time to speak so negatively about it unless it really had like a strong effect towards you. So just keep that in mind. It's okay to do things like everybody else, but let your personality shine. You don't have to be weird and trying to, I like these 1912 silent films. They're my favorite ones to watch in my free time. Are you sure about that? How often do you actually watch those? Yeah. So I don't know. But I also think having a huge group of friends is kind of bonkers. I've never had a huge group of friends growing up. And it's not like I don't have friends, but it's not like I have 9 friends in a friend group and we always get together. I have like, let's see. I mean, everybody's married and has kids now, so everyone's on their own, but having like a group of 9 to like 15 people, how is that any fun? How is that any fun? There's just so much going on. Sometimes I'm fine with 2 or 3 friends and we just hang out and watch TV or play games or go out. Like, it's so much easier to connect and feel seen having a smaller group of friends. So having a massive group of friends, you just kind of, I don't know. Ooh, Gen Z spicy takes. Let's see. Gen Z / young adult spicy takes. Let's see. The people about being mysterious. Oh, I'm mysterious. I don't say much. I used to be that way. To be completely honest with you, I used to be like, well, maybe people would find me more interesting if I talked less. I was just kind of there. I'd make a quip every now and then, but I was a bit more mysterious. Nobody could read how I am as a person. But it's no fun. Life is just so boring. Life is so boring when you can't be yourself. And being mysterious does not make you cool. It's annoying because then it means people who genuinely want to get to know you have to take more time to get to know you, and you're just making it harder on everybody around you, and people will give up, and then you'll be like, oh dang, it doesn't work. No dip, it doesn't work, dude. No freaking dip. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with this one. When you see people who do morning routine videos, join me on my morning routine where I put my makeup on and do this, and then I walk my dog, just like I was saying earlier, the 4 a.m. routines. People who record it, though, it's definitely what this says here, more produced than practiced. I really do think people just do it because, oh, it's a trend and everybody cares so much about some random person online in their morning routine. And I'm going to record it. When in reality, I probably don't do 900 of these things. I'm just doing it for views. I'll be straight with you. This is my morning routine. I look at my alarm, realize I got to wake up, turn my alarm off, sleep for 30 more minutes, and then get up in a panic, realizing I shouldn't have done that, and then quickly get ready for work, and then that's my day. And to be completely honest with you, that happens on the weekend. I'll turn my alarm off, sleep a little bit longer, and then, oh, now I'm late. I got to go run and meet my dad. Or I'm late. I got to go do this and that. Like, that's my morning routine. If you guys like it, whatever, don't copy it because it's not functional. Let's see. Aesthetic apartments, but nowhere comfortable to sit. It's almost like a showroom when you have all this furniture that you don't even use. How? Like, yes, this couch kind of looks cool, right? But it's genuinely comfortable, and I've thought about sleeping on this many times just because I laid here. The other day, I took a nap for 2 hours because I went to a Japanese festival, and it was super lame, and I got tired. So, come on, dude. Let's see. Festival culture said that Coachella is also just... It's a waste of time. I don't care if you say you like it or not, you're lying. I just think the artists are the ones that enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh my gosh. The whole alpha male crap. There's genuinely people who believe that they're an alpha male and, me being women should know their place. They should speak when only spoken to. And I'm a man, and I eat steak, and I work a job, and I take care of you, but you shut up because you're not a man. Who genuinely likes listening to that crap? Does not empower you as a young man. Young people are so influential that there's no way people genuinely believe that being considered toxic. Whoa, let me retract that. Alpha is toxic. And I don't know. Wild. I don't know, man. Oh my gosh. I hate these people. I genuinely hate these people. I hate the people who define their life by astrology. Oh, my sun is in nuclear orbit with my planetary systems, and it's making me go crazy. My menstrual cycle's off. Typically, it's women, and I'm not trying to be sexist with that. There's some men who do it, but I typically hear women, oh, my moon doesn't align with your Saturn, so my oceans are bigger than your mountains or some shit like that. No, we're not compatible. What are you even talking about? Nobody asked you any of those questions. I'm just trying to get my food. Like, get out of my way. I think people who genuinely like the astrology and thinking, okay, well, this is my zodiac sign, and my zodiac moon rising is, equal to or lesser than September 4th in the earliest sunset of that day or some crap like that. Nobody understands that crap. Nobody cares. Your life isn't synced or whatever, with the freaking stars or the planets, dude. I'm in retrograde. What does that even mean? I think it's stupid. Zodiac signs or astrology, stupid, and stupid. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think that's kind of good. Let me see if I can find some stuff. Things people claim to like but lie. Let's see. I don't know. I thought it'd be easier to come up with stuff on the spot, but my brain's kind of going dumb. All right, let's run quickly through this. BuzzFeed, 39 things people think others are pretending to like to be cool. Someone's calling me. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that doesn't make sense. LaCroix, stupid. Disgusting. Sparkling water with like a fart of banana, disgusting. Let's see. Mushrooms are good. Let's see. Some of these, matcha, disgusting. Unless it's a matcha Kit Kat, banging. Manual driving. Manual driving is actually kind of dope. Again, black licorice. Cheesecakes are banging. I hate you. Let's see. I can't say half of these because some of them are like, and some of them are I agree with, like pineapple on pizza, I enjoy. Oatmeal raisin cookies, I enjoy. Oh, this is funny. Something people lie about liking, being the bigger person. Honestly, nobody does. Myself included, sometimes I just want to be petty. And I want to get the last word in. I don't want to make you feel like crap, so... sometimes being the bigger person comes easier, but it is what it is. Let's see. Taylor Swift, I completely agree. If it's any of her new music, it just sounds like she's copy and pasting with different words. Low-key trash. I've mentioned it in the past. I don't like new Taylor Swift music. Coconut water is disgusting. You're a liar if you like it. Elizabeth. Just kidding. Let's see. That was really it. I like blue cheese. I like all this crap. That was like not a good list. I wanted it to be a little bit more controversial, but if there's something that you agreed with what has been said about people lying that they like, because people lie about movies, music, whatever to do it, leave what you think, if I didn't mention it, what you think someone would lie about liking to impress others. Because I really do want to hear, or something that you guys have lied about in the past of liking. I've lied about liking songs. I've lied about liking movies. I've lied about liking, I don't know, like shoes or something like that, just to try to blend in. When in reality, I'm like, I don't like that at all. So that's where I'll leave it today. I'll leave it there. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode. It was a little bit less uniform. It wasn't very kind of laid out, but I think that's what makes these fun, because it's really is a conversation, figuring stuff out, and again, leave a comment if you have something that you've done in the past that you've lied about liking just to impress somebody else, and also what you believe is one of the most common things, or what you also believe is something that people lie about all the time that they like when they genuinely do not like it. Because I feel like we all lie too much, and we all need to just be our authentic selves. because I'm trying to be more of myself. I'm trying to be a little bit more goofy. I'm trying to be a little goofy guy. I'm trying to be a little crazy, but it's kind of hard because, to be honest, talking to a camera is different than talking to a friend, family, something like that, because I could just be like, I could be cracked out singing a song, like twerking, or I don't know, some crazy crap. But in front of the camera, it's hard because I really am just talking to like open air. So I'm trying to be a little bit myself, but I hope everyone can be a little bit of themselves too. If you are watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment exactly what I just said, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss another episode. And for you lovely, lovely, sexy people on Spotify, I see you. We've been getting following on there. We've been kind of getting a good, nice little audience on Spotify, and I love you all so much for it. So if you're listening on Spotify, please, please, please give us a beautiful rating of 5 stars, because that's what I believe. I believe we are coming up. We are one of the most fun, laid back, relatable, just chilling with your friend kind of podcasts out there on the up and come. And I feel like you guys all need to just continue to just tune in every week. And if there's honestly a topic that you guys would like for me to like kind of address, something like this or something else, I'm more than happy to talk about it, because then it feeds that connection between me and you guys. Also follow, because again, we're growing on Spotify. Within the last like couple weeks, we've gotten a handful of people who have followed, and it's crazy because in the beginning, because I've been doing this since August of last year, it's been hard to get people to follow on Spotify. It's been so easy on YouTube because you just post a short and then people will typically come back and follow because they kind of like the content. But we've been going up, you guys. You freaking little nation over here, right? You little. I was gonna say Fire Nation, but we're not evil. Maybe we are. You little Fire Nation, okay? But thank you guys all so much for tuning in again this week. If you guys are looking for more content to watch, surprisingly, I have been posting more on my personal TikTok, so go ahead and check that out if you would like. I'm just posting just stupid, funny stuff on there, because why not? I might as well just continue to post videos and just do some stuff for fun. And I've also thought about doing maybe a gaming kind of thing. I hate horror games, and I think it might be funny to play a horror game, and maybe some like indie horror games that are shorter, because I can't do any of those like genuinely scary crap. Like, I'm such a chicken. But maybe I'll do some of that. Maybe I'll do some reacting to Karen moms, or maybe I'll be reacting to how embarrassing people like recording TikToks and social media and stuff out in public is if they're not with a brand. Maybe I'll do some stuff like that. But thank you guys again. Again, this is the final thing. I just want to talk to you guys forever, but this is the final bit. Thank you guys again for so much for tuning in. I love you all, and I will catch you next week. Much love.